Friends, welcome to my channel, the Aruj Guru, and today we are here at Bus World Southeast Asia 2026, which was conducted in Jakarta, Indonesia, in the month of May in the year 2026. And today we are going to do a walk-around review of a bus built by a very renowned, famous bus bodybuilder, one of the famous bus bodybuilder, coach fabricator from Indonesia, that is New Armada. So the bus bodybuilder is based out of a place near Yogyakarta in Indonesia. Like their factory is situated approximately 40 kilometers from Yogyakarta, which is a very big tourist destination in the Indonesia. So it's basically 500 kilometers from the Indonesian capital Jakarta, and today we are going to film their 2+2 AC seater bus, which they have named as Skylander F25, and this bus is built on Mercedes Benz 1626 manual transmission chassis. So the front look of this bus is somewhat like this. The LED DRL design and the headlights are extremely unique, I would say. The two headlights, the proper lights are number one and number two. You get a LED fog light over here, and this is the DRL daylight running lamp placed at both the places, and a grill, decent enough grill, I would say, which can be easily opened. This can be opened, and even this can be opened, so that the mechanics can repair the inside parts, the electrical parts, very easily. So being able to access the interior parts is a very major, much needed thing, I would say, when it comes to coach fabrication, bus bodybuilding, that the mechanic should be easily able to work if something happens to these electric parts at the front. So as I was saying about the headlights, these are the LED DRLs L and L, and even one DRL over here, and the parking indicators of all the buses in the exhibition are always kept on. You get wipers over here, so these are also very good. I am not sure, but they might be some advanced wipers, I would say. The window pane is also decent enough. Only thing, the bus bodybuilders, most of the bus bodybuilders in Indonesia can improve that. The bigger mirror height adjustment can be done in more appropriate or proper way, because if someone walks near to this bus, there are high chances that they can bump into this mirror, or their head will touch this mirror. So that's a major concern I am observing when I am vlogging the buses here. And the mirror has got a blue light which makes it catchy, I would say. And if something happens to this mirror, like if it breaks in some accident or incident, there's another mirror placed over here to assist the pilot, the captain of the bus. There's a mention of New Armada over here, and that's how the side look of the bus is. As compared to the seater buses which I have came across, the seat placement is slightly below. Like it's not like a very super high deck model. So this one I feel is a decent one compared to other buses. And the color combination has been kept extremely catchy, I would say, because there is mixture of colors. There's black color, pink color, blue color, and the color combination looks extremely beautiful, I would say. There's one emergency exit door placed over here, so you can see that. Mercedes-Benz air suspension Euro 4. So Euro 4 basically is emission norms of Europe. So here as well in Indonesia, they don't have something called, like we have in my country India, like BS4, BS6, which is Bharat Stage and Bharat 6. Basically those are emission norms in India, but here in Indonesia they call it Euro 4 itself. Mention of Skylander is being done here. Stylish lights, indicator lights you will be getting here. Mention of New Armada, as I told you, with their symbol logo. And this is the boot space of the bus. And the wheel cap is also good. I would say this is a different kind of wheel cap I have came across while vlogging different kind of buses. Over here there's a MRF tire, and even the wheel cap placed for the used for the front tire is very good and somewhat catchy, especially due to this nut bolts, the design of the nut bolts. So that's what made catch my attention. So my attention was caught due to these nut bolts used in the wheel caps. The rear look of the bus is somewhat like this. The tail lamps are designed in somewhat different way, which actually reminds me of the MG Stars model, which was built on Volvo B11R mostly, and few Volvo B8R biaxial buses as well. So it reminds me of that design. MG is basically a very famous bus bodybuilder from India. So it reminded me of its tail lamps. They have given another LED light over here. That's the reason they have designed in such a way that there's a V over here. Mention of new Armada, mention of Mercedes Benz, mention of Skylander. So now coming towards the main questions which you guys usually have. What's the on-road price of this bus? So I will be first telling you guys in United States dollars, because now we are at an international level, we are attending an international level exhibition. So first in United States dollars, the price of the entire bus, including the coach fabrication and chassis, both combined is 1,15,000, 100. In US they say 115,000 United States dollars. So 1,15,000, 1,15,000 United States dollars. And if it is converted into Indian rupees, it becomes 1 crore 11 lakh to 1 crore 12 lakhs INR, out of which 50 lakhs, 50 to 52 lakhs Armada charges to build such kind of coach, because it's just a seater coach. There's no onboard washroom and all. So that's the reason the cost of coach fabrication bus bodybuilding is approximately 50 to 52 lakhs. And the price of the chassis, Mercedes Benz 1626, which is powered by 6.3 liter diesel engine producing 256 bhp and 900 newton meter of torque. It's a manual transmission bus. You even get this type of bus in automatic transmission as well, but this one is manual transmission, and the price of the chassis is 58 to 62 lakhs. So 60 lakhs for the chassis and 50 to 52 lakhs for the coach fabrication. The entire cost of this bus on road is 1 crore 12 lakh Indian rupees. And the mileage or the average of the bus, the mileage comes down anything to 3.2, 3.3 and goes up to 4.3, 4.4. So the average you can calculate is 3.9 to 4.2. So 4 kmpl you can consider it. And the route and all, it will depend on the operator who is going to purchase this bus. So third question usually what you guys have is what is the route of the bus. So that will depend on the operator in Indonesia who is going to purchase this bus. Mostly these buses are purchased by the people who deal in tourist, or what we call in India is contract carriage buses, usually used for the purpose of tourism. So pick up and drop from the airport or traveling from one place to another for the purpose of sightseeing. This bus is hired by such group of people for an entire day. It can range from one day for a day to maybe 15 days, 20 days, and even for a month. So it depends. So that is the main purpose of such seater buses even in Indonesia. So we have got a chance to explore the boot space of this bus. It is very rare in such an exhibition that the boot space is open. Only few bus bodybuilders are doing that. So lucky now we are going to explore the boot space of this Mercedes Benz 1626 bus. and almost all the boot spaces of such seater buses are same irrespective of the bus body builder. There will be just slight differences when it comes to AC seater, as now we are showing you guys the boot space of a AC seater bus. So the fuel tank is being placed over here, and there's Mercedes symbol over the fuel tank as well. You get a huge storage compartment over here, and entirely the chassis is entirely covered. As you can see, you get storage space here, and there are proper lights placed over here, which is a very good thing. And at the last, the huge storage compartment is huge, extremely huge. Reason being, the height at which the passengers are going to sit is kind of higher from the ground level. That's the reason. So this is like proper next level boot space I have ever seen in a bus. So the reason behind that might be I have barely covered any seater buses in my country, India. So that's why maybe I might be finding this storage compartment as a very big one. You even get lights placed over here, so that is a nice thing. Now we will be exploring the another side. Like now we saw the right hand side, now we will be exploring it from the left hand side of the bus. So this is the boot space from where you passengers will be entering the bus. So it's also designed in a very unique way, I would say, and there's ample amount of space to keep the luggage of the passengers and cargo as well. And another important point which I noticed while showing you the boot space of this bus, I was under impression that the Mercedes-Benz buses in Indonesia probably have a engine at the back, but when I saw the boot space, I realized the engine is at the front. So when I was explaining you guys the grill of the bus, so of course the first purpose is repairing the electricals. Another purpose is that the bus engine should not get heated up. That's the reason they have placed the front grills in such a way that they can be opened when the engine heats up. So this was a very interesting thing after vlogging few buses over here. So in the vlogs of Mercedes-Benz buses, wherever I have said that it's a rear engine bus, I have to very particularly write this line that it is not a rear engine but the engine of the bus is placed at the front. So now let's have a look inside this new Armada's Skylander AC seater. From inside, we'll be starting with the cabin. So we'll be entering through the first door, and if you see this door opens towards the front side and not towards the back side. And the second door is placed not exactly at the last but somewhat in between. And as you enter, you get this extra step which comes out along with the door, and ambient lighting placed over the steps. And the space here is slightly compact, I would say, but that's fine. Like decent space, I would say, but that can be improved as well. The mention of new Armada auto body manufacture, and that's how the cabin of this bus looks like. Soft touch everywhere, and the dashboard, they have worked kind of hard and paid attention to the details while doing all such things. C-type plus USB charging socket over here. This is the 4-spoke steering wheel of Mercedes-Benz, and a very beautiful instrument cluster with KMPH and MPH, which is my favorite. So it used to come same for the Bharat-Benz buses in India, the BS4 ones, and even for the Mercedes-Benz buses in India. So I used to like this a lot because there's mention of uh, KMPH in 10, 30, like odd numbers, and even there's mention of MPH mile per hour as well. So this was one of my favorite instrument cluster. It still is, I would say. The control switch chases the power brake, handbrake of the bus, and again C-type plus USB charging socket for the driver. This is the retarder of the bus. The horn of the bus is placed over here. Horn and headlights controls, wiper controls, all you are going to get here. beautiful Mercedes-Benz logo in the between, and they can improve in this thing. I would say the AC controls are placed far away from the driver. I would say you get a songs AC installed in this bus. Maybe they have a thinking that the co-pilot or the cleaner who will be sitting over here is supposed to control the AC. That can be the thinking behind these switches over here, because in India it was done for some bus. I'm not able to recall which exactly, but these AC controls usually in almost all buses are placed over here, so it's handy for the driver to operate it. The controls for the mirror, left and right, these are the controls for the headlights. I am so sorry, the lights inside the bus, the interior lights. 6-speed manual transmission is being given. The driver seat is kind of compact, I would say, small one, slightly small one. You get AC vents over here, AC vents over above the driver's head, and same in this case. And this is the overall look of the cabin of this bus. Now let's move towards the interiors of this bus. You get a 2+2 configuration, and these are pushback seats and no semi-sleeper seats. Not a semi-sleeper seat because it doesn't have a calf support. You get a water dispenser over here through which you can get hot water and cold water on board. So this is one of the best thing I am observing most of the buses in Indonesia are opting for. AC vents are placed over here. See, these are the AC vents, and like this one, this unit is kind of extra, I would say. And this is for the perfectly for these two passengers. Two AC vent reading lamps and USB plus Type C charging socket is placed over here. Usually in Indian AC seater buses, the charging socket same type usually is placed in between the seats or sometimes over there. Bottle holders are being given. Mention of Skylander over here, and each and every seat gets a seat belt, which is kind of similar to that of aircrafts. So now let's see how many people this bus can accommodate, or what is the passenger carrying capacity of this bus. So let's count first: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fours are, so total 9 into 4, 36 passengers can travel in this bus at a time. And as this is a rear engine bus, the last two rows are elevated a bit, you can see. So there's one step to go to the second last and last row of the bus. Talking about the other amenities in this bus, you get bottle holder, magazine holder, AC vents I already have shown, and hammer to break the glass in emergency is placed over here. See, you can see that. So it's almost there for all the window panes, I would say. For these two, we have noticed it's there. Here, it's not there. So there should be hammer placed to break the glass near each and every window pane. That's what my personal opinion is. And the emergency exit door is placed over here. And there's sufficient enough space. So they have managed it well, I would say, because during the emergency evacuation, usually a operator or a bus bodybuilder should not install any seats in this section, but they have installed. But again, they have made a provision that there's enough space for evacuation, which is a very good thing, I would say. Storage compartments to store your hand luggages are being given here. So these are the storage compartments, as you can see. Yeah, see, even one charging socket which contains C type plus USB is being provided here. And there's the speaker. So they have made a provision for speakers like this so that the sound comes out of the compartment. Even you can see over there, over here. So whatever will be played in these TV screens, the sound will pop out of these speakers. Talking about the other amenities, other facilities in this bus, you get onboard entertainment. There are 2 television screens in this bus. The first compartment is here, as you can see. There's a very big TV, honestly speaking, almost 40 to 42 inches. So this is the TV screen. So the placement is made in such a way that it actually comes near the cabin. And so this was the first TV. The second TV is placed in between. So here is the second TV. Okay, thanks, sir. Thanks a lot. So this is how it opens. See, this is the second TV. This one is kind of short one. I can say 28 to 30 inches. So it's from Sharp. So you get two LED TV screens in this bus. So which is a very good thing. Onboard entertainment is being given. A major drawback I am able to observe in these seats is you just get an armrest over here. And once the armrest is up, the gangway or the passage becomes even more narrower, I would say. That's the reason. See, it's very much compact. So that's the reason the bus bodybuilders over here prefer that the handrest goes down all the way. And the finishing is decent enough, I would say. It goes down like this. But there's no handrest in between or on that side. So that's a improvement that can be made. That's my personal opinions, because these small things actually matter to the passengers while traveling. And even there's no footrest placed, so that also could have been a good addition, good facility to increase the comfort level of the passengers. And this is the exit, like you can say the second door of the bus, which is again very compact. That's the main issue, main problem I am coming across in Indonesian buses. Getting in and out is slightly difficult. Even if you look at these stairs, it is maximum, it is 40-45 centimeters, not more than 1.5 feet. A fire extinguisher is being placed over here. So we are getting down. I will show you it from downside as well. So sometimes the passengers are told to enter from the this door as well. That's the thing. So that's the reason they have given a grab handle over here. Again, the mention of new Armada. But these stairs should be slightly wide enough, uh, especially while emergency evacuation situations. These things matter a lot, I would say. And that's the door. And yeah, this was all about new Armada's Mercedes-Benz 1626 manual transmission Skylander bus, AC seater Skylander bus, which has got pushback seats. And if you like this video, make sure you share this video with maximum number of people, and do subscribe to my channel, The Aruj Guru. And for more such videos, stay tuned. I will be getting more and more international content in the upcoming days and months, especially in the year 2026. Thank you for watching.